The Football Terrace. Thank you very much for tuning in this afternoon. Lots of news in relation to multiple top six clubs in the Premier League is starting to circulate. Big tweet out from Fabrizio Romano just a few minutes ago. Man United have been formally offered Sergio Reguilón. The player is reportedly wanting to join Manchester United and is happy. The board and Ollie are considering how they want to proceed with this deal, and a decision is coming very, very soon. And there are muted opinion that the decision will be to sign the player and bring him to Old Trafford. Manchester United fans, let me know what you are thinking and feeling. That could be deal number 2. The left-back position looked at. Like I said earlier, I'm not convinced about Sergio Reguilón because I don't know enough about him. If you do, if you're a connoisseur of Spanish football, give us a call via our Skype line right now. Just search Football Terrace. You can get involved in relation to that. I want to know what you're thinking and feeling. Sevilla have requested to take him on loan for a year, but Real Madrid would rather get a permanent deal done for the player. Before we go any further, though, please smash the living daylights out of that like button. Share this on your social media platforms as well. It's so important to the Football Terrace that we get this done. Please, please, please. Oh, someone's saying something wrong with my audio. Is there? Oh, I'm not too sure. Maybe it's picked up the wrong. One sec. Oh, it might have, it does. Do you know it does this sometimes? The one thing, every now and then YouTube will do this. It will turn off this microphone, and it will play the wrong one. Bear with me a second. People don't call in. One sec. Right, let me know if that's any better. Is that audio any better? Let me know. Every now and then that happens. Audio is fine now, people are saying. Yeah, I think it switched the audio through to something else. Audio is good. Okay, cool. And do you know what I'll do just to make sure? I'll listen to it myself. Hang on a sec. My mic is low. Well, this mic isn't low. It depends which sound is coming through. Let me just all stop chatting for 1 sec. And I'll just check it myself and listen back on the playback. 1 sec.
Since I got yoked, I've managed to save £100 a month without even trying.
Go ahead, advert to play, and then we'll know. My mic is low, or this mic isn't low. Oh no, it's picking. Do you know what? It's not picking up this mic. It's picking up the mic in the camera. I now can't change it because I'm live, so you're just going to have to deal with it. It's really not worth the. It's not worth the energy. That's the simple and the fundamental facts of it. It's not really worth the energy and crying about it now. It's done. Every now and then YouTube does that. It will just switch your damn thing over to another one. That's it. There's nothing that can be done about it. That's it as far as I'm aware. I'll try to see if I can click on it and change it here, but I don't think I can. See, yeah, all it does, it takes you into the... Oh, actually, I'm on an edit button here. Maybe this will work. 1 sec. I might be able to fix it live on the air. Then we'll get back to the actual stuff that we're here to talk about. But knowing my luck, it won't allow. No, it doesn't let you do it. There's options. Literally, I can edit everything else, but I can't edit the camera and I can't edit the microphone. It doesn't want to allow me to do it. So anyway, we'll just continue. It's really not worth the energy. So Reguilón to Man United may be happening very, very soon. So I want your views. I want your opinions on that. The other interesting bit of news this afternoon that came out is that Man City had a mammoth bid rejected, a record bid for Man City, a £70 million bid turned down for centre-back Jimenez, who, of course, was linked with the move to Chelsea early on in the season. That's fairly big for me. I mean, they have been looking at Koulibaly. That deal was protruded. That deal was slowed down. Could they be looking at a different option? Of course, the Atletico Madrid midfielder is very well sort of. Chelsea fans were really interested in him a few weeks ago. Jose Maria Jimenez was somebody they were after. Supposedly a £70 million bid has been rejected. I'd love your thoughts and I'd love your opinions on that one. Abid 97, thank you for becoming a gold member of the Football Terrace. First up on the show right now, we have Man Like Mo. What are you saying, bro? I'm good, mate. Yourself? I don't think it's a done deal. I think it's something that could happen very close. I actually don't think anybody's going to be able to hear you though, because my roadcaster isn't plugged in. So I'm going to have to get you back on the line another time, mate. I'm very, very sorry. Yeah, no, I just realised because the mic ain't plugged in. No one's going to hear it. But there we go. And it won't let me update it. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. YouTube, you're a frustrating thing. That's what you are. But there we go. Can't be updated. I'm not going to cry about it because there's just no point. There's just no point in worrying. So we can't take any calls. That's gutting. That's what the show's based on. So frustrating. Really frustrating. Super chat here says, Terry, Real want a buyback clause for Reguilón. Yeah, I think that I've got no issue with buyback clauses as long as they are only if United decide to sell. So in the sense of what I read that it was around a first refusal. So that's if Man United decide to sell and put him officially on the transfer market, then there is a buyback clause. Until that point, no such thing. So it's, yeah, I'm not overly fussed about it, if I'm being completely honest. It is what it is, essentially. That's it. It is what it is. I won't lose any sleep over it or anything like that. But thank you very much. A few of you have become official gold members. Terry, we can hear you fine. No, you can, but the mic, it's coming out of the microphone. It's not coming out of. See, look, you're not hearing that, you see. Every now and then when I live stream through the webcam on YouTube, they decide, just as I go live, it switches to that mic. I don't know why it does it. It happens every now and then, but that's life, as they say. Let's look at a few more of your live comments that are coming through here. Let's have a little read up of this, see what people are saying here. Glazer's out. It's a disgrace. What are you talking about? What's a disgrace? Why are you suddenly angry? What is there to be angry about? What is it that there's nothing to be angry about in relation to this? There really, really isn't. Your vocals is the same as normal, but more of an echo. Okay, no, it's not. Anyway, stop talking about the audio, please, please, please. Just leave it. Let's see a few more of these comments coming. Let's talk football. Come on. It's been said now. Terry, did you see my petition? No, I didn't see any petition. What talk about petitions now? I have no idea what petition you're talking about, my bro. Anyway, let's keep talking football, please. The other story that was around today is that Chelsea have signed a goalkeeper. I wouldn't get too excited about it. It's a young 17-year-old goalkeeper. That's what I read. So I thought, ooh, who they signed? Number 8's in. And then I read that it was this kid who's like Burton goalkeeper seals Chelsea move. So Chelsea have completed a capture of a young goalkeeper, Teddy Charmaine Lowe, on a 3-year deal. Yeah, that's all that one is in relation to that. The other story that sort of tickled my pickle a little bit earlier is that supposedly Man United and Arsenal are looking at the possibility of signing Antoine Griezmann. I thought that was really interesting because no. was my first thought. Why? Why would I want to do that? Why would Man United want to go and do that now? Why would Man United want to go and do that now when you've got Martial coming on, firing all cylinders, Rashford developing well, Greenwood on the horizon, Sancho's going to come in. He said no to us once. In fact, he probably said no to us twice, really. For me, I wouldn't waste any time, any energy on trying to move in for him personally. I wouldn't. Some people may, but I wouldn't look. I wouldn't look to do any business surrounding that whatsoever. That's just my view. That's just my opinion in relation to this. I wouldn't do anything further on that. So there's some of the big stories that are circulating, as I say, as of right now in relation to everything else. But the big news, the tweet from Fabrizio Romano that Manchester United are now in the final stages of making their decision in relation to Sergio Reguilón. Do you want him at the club? That's the big question. That's the big question out there. Do you want him at Man United? Get your live comments in now. That's what we're going to go through. A comment here from Bison says, Terry, do you think Arsenal will finish above Spurs finally next season? The jury's still out on that. The jury's still out because the transfer window is still open. That's my view. A comment here from James who says, our only left back option is Luke Shaw. Can't stay fit for a while. And Brandon Williams, originally a right back. It honestly shouldn't be a question whether we need Sergio Reguilón, because we do. And I think that's a good point, James. Like I've said all along, I'm not going to rave about this kid as if he's going to be the next coming of Dennis Irwin or Patrice Evra. What I will say is this. He's every bit as good as Luke Shaw. His injury record is exemplary in comparison. He's a couple of years younger and is available for about 23 million euros. That is a steal. That is an absolute steal to be able to bring a player in for that level of money. Do me a big favor, by the way. Please smash the like button. Smash the share button as well. So important to us as a channel that you do that. It really, really is. So I'd love it if you could smash that button for us. It'd be great. Gemini here, one of my members, says it would be... I'm actually going to make my screen a bit bigger because I can't read this writing. It's too small. There we go. That's better. So a member here, Jeremy, said it would be nice to have a left back covering for sure. I feel as if even if we get a left back and Sancho, I feel as if even if we get a left back and Sancho will have good squad depth. I agree. I think add Sancho and Reguilón, I'm happy to start the season. Let's go. I'm more than happy with that. Do me a favor, smash the like button, please, ladies and gentlemen. Be really, really important for us for you to do that. Edward here with a super chat says, who do you think has a better pulling power, Ollie or Lampard? Listen, this summer is interesting. Ollie has taken AWB from City and Tottenham. He's taken Maguire away from City. So that's Pep and Poch he's taken players away from at that particular time. Bruno Fernandes only wanted to play for Man United. Inquiries from Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham. He picked Manchester United to come and play here as an example. You have a situation where Sancho wants to come and play for Manchester United. The reason Chelsea stopped inquiring about Jadon Sancho and they went for Ziyech is because Sancho said he preferred Manchester United. So the pulling power is brilliant. Does that mean Lampard doesn't have pulling power? No. I think it's equal. They are both legends of the English game. They're both legends in European football. They're managing two of the biggest clubs out there. It comes down to this. Who buys into which project? And the fact is, United don't need to sign 8 players this summer. They don't. We don't need a new goalkeeper. We need a couple of improvements at the back, not basically a whole back line to be reintroduced. Barring Reece James, everything else at Chelsea's back line, including their goalie, needs fixing. Their midfield, barring Kante, needs fixing. Their attack, barring Pulisic, needed fixing. Man United were not in that position. We didn't need to buy as many players. So I wouldn't be conflating those two things. But a really good question, Edward. Thank you. Remember, super chats and member chats we'll read first. Lampard is a bigger legend. Probably. I would say that's fair in the Premier League ether. The fact he's English as well helps. But listen, to Man United fans, there are very few players that are bigger legends than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Just looking, one of my members here said, that's not true. We've been looking at Ziyech since last summer. Bro. Clubs look at multiple players. But let's not get twisted. Chelsea fans, all I heard for the whole year was, Sancho, he's a Chelsea legend, he's a Chelsea fan, got the Lampard factor. There's no way he'll pick United over us. As soon as you found out, December was when United were told by Jadon Sancho that he wanted to join them over any other Premier League club. And lo and behold, you went after Ziyech. Now, Ziyech was a target of yours, no doubt. But if you could have got Sancho, you would have done. Let's do some more member chats here. Winter Surfer says level playing field. I'd love to know what you mean by that, Winter Surfer. I'd love to know what you mean there, my friend. I love some of these comments. Lingard is better than Greenwood. Okay. Sometimes some of your comments do make me die, you know. Nathaniel CF7 says audio issues. No, my bro. Well, yes, the microphone turned off and it went to the microphone on the webcam. I don't know why I did that, but it's all good. We're here. We're live. Smash that like button, please. Man United fans, there could be a possibility of Sergio Reguilón to Manchester United being confirmed very, very soon indeed. I want your views. I want your opinions. I want to know what's going through your mind in relation to that. City fans, a £70 million bid reportedly rejected by Atletico Madrid for Jimenez. I want your thoughts and feelings on that. Gooners and United fans, that we have been linked to Antoine Griezmann this afternoon. Would you be prepared to take a punt on him all these years later after he, of course, flopped? He flopped at Barcelona. I want your views and I want your opinions on that. Loads of top Liverpool fans here saying Thiago to Liverpool. Thiago to Liverpool happens as soon as Gino Wijnaldum goes. Do you know what made me laugh today? Ha! I love this. I genuinely loved it when I saw this today, right? So I'm seeing Liverpool fans get angry, get legit angry because Barca only want to pay 12 to 13 million pound for Gini. They're like cheapskates. How dare they? Rare. Bro, that's literally how Liverpool operate in the transfer market. You guys are thrifty. Thrifty, bro. And you're moaning when another team's trying to do it. You're in a weak bargaining position because he doesn't want to discuss a new contract with you. And you've also refused to give him a new contract as well. Bro, he's going to have to go cheaply. He's going to go cheaply. There's no doubt about it at all. Thank you, Abid. You just sent me a direct message on Twitter. Thank you for becoming a gold member. I really appreciate you signing up, my brother. It means a lot. Sippy M here says, I'm excited for Sergio Reguilón. Terry, we don't need Griezmann. I agree with you on Griezmann. I don't want Griezmann. I legit don't want Griezmann at Manchester United. I don't want it to happen. Today, not next week, not next year. The way I'm viewing it with him is this. He had his chance and he blew it. He did something quite respectful first time round. This was 3 or 4 years ago, where he refused to leave Atletico because of their transfer ban. Respect man for that. Respect man for that. And then he could have joined us, but he chose Barcelona. That move turned out to be one of the flops of the century. Probably closely followed currently by Eden Hazard, and he's moved to Real Madrid. Of course, £144 million that is now cost. But when you look at Griezmann, I'm just looking at his player profile here. You know, what was his move for? It was a big amount of money. £108 million was how much he moved for. Do you know what his market value is now, by the way? Oh, actually, his market value is a little bit higher than that. His market value dropped to under 100 million for the first time in a long, long time. £108 million he went there for. Just have a little look at his season so far. I just want to see what he did. You know, he's Barcelona career. Let's have a little look at this, right? So in his Barcelona career, right, he's played 9 Champions League games, 2 goals. 35. Is it only this season? Oh, yeah, he's only been there 1 season. Why do I think it was longer than that? 9 goals, 15 goals this season. Yeah, he just hasn't done great. Hasn't really hit the ground running. Not really been. I don't think he's been the player they expected him to be at all. Stuart Nicholas here with a super chat. Thank you, sir. He says Lampard is the first sacking. He's been set up to foul. Ollie, I think, is on a tightrope. My deluded fans will rave for Arteta. I hope he can live up to the expectations. That's a big claim there by an Arsenal fan. Any Chelsea fans agree? Lampard to be the first manager sacked? Wow. I can't see it. However, if they don't perform. If come Christmas, Chelsea are 4 or 5 points away from the top 4, inconsistent, I can't see Lampard getting sacked, you know. I can see it. When does a transition stop being in transition? That's a very good question. Very good question. I would say it centers around how long a manager's been at a club. So I would say 2.5 to 3 years of a manager being in charge of your team is when you can start to stop the conversation of transition. That's what I would say. Nothing I can do to fix the audio, people, because it's just a quick stream through the webcam, and it doesn't enable you to do that unless I cancel the stream and go live again, and I'm not going to do that. Terry, what kind of burger is Griezmann? Yeah, I would say Griezmann was a gourmet burger. There's no doubt. You go to like a proper. You can go to a gourmet burger. You can go to Byron Burger. Proper places that do great burgers. Real good restaurant. He was one of the selections from in there. He could have, like a nice bit of. Do you know like a pulled? You ever had like a pulled pork beef burger? So you have the beef, get salad, beef, bacon, cheese, and then like pulled pork on top of it, applesauce, bun. He was something classy like that. Now, for me, he's still one of them burgers that's gone cold. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, the food's come out late. They brought the food out too late. It's been sitting on the plate. It's been sitting on the plate too long. Chef's called it ready. Ding ding. Waiter ain't made it over. Waiter's been caught up. Waiter dropped some glasses 10 minutes ago. He's been cleaning up the mess. Time they got to my food and brought it to my plate, it's cold. The pulled pork's gone a bit stodgy. Do you know what I mean? That is what I would say about that. That is what I would say. We have another super chat here. Thank you very much to DJ, who says, sorry, Arsenal does not know that Arsenal fan doesn't know what he's talking about. Lampard not getting sacked first. Yeah, I don't think he'll be the first manager to be sacked. Like I say, I don't think he'll be the first manager to be sacked. Can I see Lampard being sacked next season? Yes. If it doesn't go according to plan, that's why the pressure's on. If it doesn't click, on my next show today is going to be based on Chelsea. Because today I got to another fight with Chelsea fans. Chelsea fans crying about who's going to. So another fan theory that's kind of reared its head in recent times is. Let me go and find my tweet. Let me find my tweet. Right, what one is it I saw? Yeah. So it was a Chelsea fan saying, if we sign Declan Rice and play him as a double pivot with N'Golo Kante, it could easily be the best partnership in Europe, a defensive wall behind an incredible attack. I just said, but where does Mount play? Like I quote tweeted it. Some of the replies, man. So one of the replies said to me, like, where does it say here? It goes, in a 4-2-3-1, he'll play primarily as an attacking midfielder, sometimes on the left, sometimes on the right. In a 4-3-3, primary 8, also left or right wing. And I'm like, cool. But he's not playing in a 10 role over Havertz. And he isn't playing in an 8 role over Kovacic or Havertz, in my humble opinion. So then how much game time will he get less? And they're like, 15 to 20%. I'm like, bro, that's what I spoke about. I got shot down for a month ago. Now that you're linked with another top midfielder, you see how Chelsea fans are slowly starting to push him aside. If they get Declan Rice, they won't even care about Mason Mount anymore. They'll forget about Mason Mount anymore. So when he says, you're so messy, that's why I love watching this. What do you mean messy, bro? Explain that. I'm not offended. I just don't get it, my brother. Get your super chats in. Member chats we're reading out. Super chats we're reading out. Just looks as if. Yeah, keep ifing. Yeah, but that's football, isn't it? Football's all about if, buts, and maybes, bro. That's why we love it. That's why we love it. Even during a game. During a game of football, we're like, if we do this, make this sub now, that'll happen. If we did this, what would happen? That's what makes it so brilliant. It's unpredictable. There's no script. Generally, you can go to the cinema and pay £20 for a movie ticket. You can go to a theatre and watch a musical. You can go to a pop concert and pay £100 to get in. You kind of know what's going to happen within reason. Do you get what I mean? There's an air of predictability about it. Sport doesn't do that, especially football. Football is the most unpredictable roller coaster ride there is, and it's free-flowing, quick. It's not like American football, basketball, good sports. Stop, start, time out. Let's change something round. Let's rewatch the replay. Okay, we'll try this. Next time, try this little move. You keep having opportunities to retry something. It's just football's the greatest sport on earth because it's of its unpredictability and how hard it is to change things mid-game at times. It's all about the ifs, the buts, and the maybes. It always has been. Yeah, and it always will be. There we go. Terry, do you think Everton will challenge for the top 4, top 6 after signing Allen and James Rodriguez? They could. They could. They could. They could. And I'm going to keep repeating the words "they could" because they could. They could. And that's why I keep saying to Arsenal fans, relax yourself a little bit, bruv. Relax a little bit. Relax a little itty ditty giddy city witty bit, right? Because of the wonderful things that happen in football, they're going to be coming back. Wolves are going to be going for it. Leicester are going to come back fighting this year. United and Chelsea already above you. It ain't as simple as signing 2 or 3 players and going, we're back. Time, patience, what's going to be needed. What my members saying in the house here. Abdi, one of my brand new members, says, who's going to be the biggest success, Arteta, Ollie, or Frank? I'm going with Ollie. I mean, Ollie's already got 2 league titles and a national cup to his name. So remember that. These men have got to win at least 2 league titles before they touch Ollie. Lampard's won nothing. Arteta's got an FA Cup, which is brilliant. But they've got to do at least 2 league titles. And even then, they've got to do them back-to-back to do a better job than Ollie. So, yeah, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. James here, another one of my members, says, I'm happy with new faces around the club if we sign a left-back, centre-back and right midfielder. DJ says, I totally disagree, Terry. Why are people disrespecting our youth players? Mount, Hudson-Odoi, Abraham, James, Loftus-Cheek and Gilmore will all see game time. People forget how many competitions we need a big squad. Come on. They will get game time, but my view is this. Barring injury to key players in their positions, Tammy and Mason will see 30% less game time in Champions League and Premier League games this season. 30% reduction, which is one. You don't need to be a mathematician. That's, a third of the game time less. Yes, you'll need them for FA Cup. You'll need them for League Cup. You'll need them to come on the subs. But game time in terms of minutes played will be a lot less. Barring an injury to one of your major players and they get a good long run in the game, that is what's going to happen, in my humble opinion. Keep smashing that like button, please. James here says, I love United. Me too. I can't speak into the mic. It's that one. YouTube done me bad. YouTube done me bad there. James here says, oh my God. He goes, that was the Norwegian league. Yes, and he won it. Yes, and he won it. Did he not? Did he not win it there? We're not going to do that, are we? We're not going to become snobs and play down people's achievements elsewhere, are we? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Can't be doing that. He won league titles. Facts. Cannot be taken away. Cannot be taken away. Otherwise, you go into a slippery realm of saying, okay, well, if a league isn't considered as good as the Premier League, do we discount people that have won titles there? Do we discount their goals? Do we discount their statistics? Do we discount what they've achieved before? No. So we're not going to do it to a manager either. That would be highly hypocritical. Highly hypocritical. Linking fans to football says it's delusional to think Chelsea and United are above Arsenal. That is simply not true. English fans know nothing about football, even though they have all the knowledge of the beautiful game. I mean, I think it's really unfair to point out a whole nation of football fans to say they know nothing. That's a rather bigoted approach to have. But the reason Chelsea and Man United are above Arsenal is there's this thing. I don't know if you've heard of this thing, right? It's facts based on stats. It's been around for hundreds of years, and it is the barometer. There is no other barometer for this. It's the ultimate barometer for judging from best to worst team. It's called the league table. And the fact is, if you finish, Man United and Chelsea finished above Arsenal by a number of positions, thus they are better as it stands right now. Can Arsenal catch them? Yes. But are they right now? That's the barometer. Liverpool are the best. At the top flight, Norwich are the worst. These are facts. They are not to be disputed. They are not to be challenged. They cannot be undone. They are the facts. Unless you've created a new way of assessing best to worst. I don't know if you have done. But for me, that's a madness. I love the comment section today. How is Mason and Tammy getting less game time a bad thing when they were overplayed last season and we need competition for places? I love that. Listen. That gets a round of applause, NB7, because that's the kind of partisan bias, I'm going to dig my heels in, bury my head in the sand, kind of fan mentality I want to see. That's brilliant. You know that they're going to get less game time because they're not as good as the players that you've brought in. However, you're going to spin it, bro. I love that. Tory FC spin doctor nonsense. I love that. That's quality. That shows you love your club. That shows you love your club. Love it. Absolutely love it. Let's do some member comment here. Someone here says facts. I don't know what he's actually talking about, but that's great. DJ here says, Arsenal fans, you win the FA Cup and a Community Shield. Now you think that you are better than everyone. How deluded. That is what DJ Savs is saying in the house. Have you gave your top 4 positions, or are you going to wait until after the window? Now, we're going to do those shows next week. So I'm not going to reveal my hand just yet. We're going to be doing those shows next week. But listen, everyone who's tuned in, a massive thank you to all of you. Sorry about the microphone problems today. Be back to normal for the next stream. Next stream we're actually going to go through is going to focus on Chelsea, how they're going to play next season, the formations, and what players are going to be in said positions. So it's going to be in a couple of hours' time. So make sure you're tuning in. Take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again very, very soon. Peace.